Welcome to RPVTV's Behind the Scenes. I'm Rivera, and I'm coming to you from our RPVtv studio. It might be small compared to the big Hollywood studios, but our studio packs a punch in the number of programs we produce here, such as Studio RPV, History on the Hill, and many, many more. One aspect of every con or comic convention are the cosplayers, and in my opinion, WonderCon leads the pack. The term cosplay is a combination of the words costume and play. Historically, masquerade balls were a feature in the 15th century, and costume balls and fancy dress parties were popular from the 19th century onwards. And now, cosplay has evolved into a fan performance art form. There are numerous cosplay groups and organizations. One example is the 501st Legion, a global Star Wars cosplay organization with specific costume guidelines. In short, anyone can dress up, however they desire, in a safe place such as WonderCon. This begs the question, is cosplay more than dressing up?
Cosplaying is like, I feel like I'm giving back to the community. And I think maybe more specifically, children. You see the joy, the excitement, the expression on their faces when they see their superhero characters actually coming to life.
The psychology behind cosplay is actually really freeing for a lot of people, especially introverts, that they're able to express themselves, they're able to more be them. A lot of times introverts want the mask because then it's just more safe for them. Psychologically, cosplay gives people a real sense of self-esteem. They get positive input, they get compliments for their work. So it's all around a really positive experience from a psychological standpoint for people in general who like to dress up and to cosplay. Like I said, boosts self-esteem, lowers cortisol and stress hormones. There's a lot of positivity behind getting those positive comments, so a lot of positive dopamine coming into play. And overall, it's just really good for your brain. So it also actually helps you let go of what other people think. A lot of times people actually really get into the character and they become the character, and that makes them also feel, let's say, less shy or less odd or less different, where a lot of times people do feel left out. They don't feel a part of. And so cosplay really unites everyone and connects everyone, which we actually really need so much more of in today's social media, online, after COVID, everything, to come together and meet as people and then just connect on at least one common factor. So overall, it's actually amazing from a psychological point of view.
You get to be whatever you want. That's the whole thing. It's so fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
Another well-known cosplay organization is the Avengers Initiative. I attended a panel entitled Suiting Up and Serving Others with Marvel Cosplay. Here, members shared their experiences using their cosplay talents for others.
You could see the joy that was on his face as we interacted with them. Long story short, we get a call about 2 months later, 2 months after his visit, and again, this 16, 17-year-old young man, we got a call from the hospital that he passed. These visits, I mean, it's very heartwarming, very joyful, just seeing the experience, or just seeing what the kids are experiencing, but it's also emotionally taxing, or can be very emotionally taxing.
If you can give this person that 1 minute of smile outside of all the pain that they've been going through the entire day, that's 1 minute, one challenge. That's your superhero power.
You kind of start cosplay like it's for you because you want to dress up and you want to be somebody that you don't normally be, but it grows from there, and that way you can be somebody else that helps somebody else.
Cosplay as an art form, like society, adapts to the latest technology. The engineering and technical talents rival Hollywood. 3D printing is a must when making helmets and body armor. And sewing machines, like the ones Janome showcases here, can make a costume in a fraction of the time.
We sewed all this with my Janome.
Wow.
Yep. Boots.
How long did it take you?
2 days.
2 days to sew right now.
2 days total. You need a heavy duty machine, and I found this one to be the best for this kind of stuff.
So what kind of material is that?
This is suede. This is a suede. I have like a headliner inside the boots. There's about 4 layers of fur on the hood. So it's a lot. And you have to go through multiple layers of stuff in order to sew through it. And this one works so good.
Held yearly at the Anaheim Convention Center, WonderCon packs a lot in 3 days. There is literally something for everyone. One of the hidden jewels of WonderCon are the panel discussions. You can learn everything from building a droid to making a living being a creative.
If you want to be a voice actor, I can tell you that it's a little bit more complicated than it may appear. It's not just talking into a microphone like I'm doing now. It's taking classes for acting and understanding how to break down a scene and make the scenes come alive without the benefit of your face and props and oftentimes other actors. So if you want to be a voice actor, I suggest you go to iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, which is a great website that will give you a lot of basic information about that. And just remember in your voiceover journey, your voice acting journey, that it's really about making characters and scenes come alive. It's not just talking. So take those improv classes, take those scene study classes, any kind of speed reading classes are great because sometimes we get the script as we're walking in. And remember to put on pants, even when you're on Zoom recording, because you never know.
I visited with artists, writers, professionals, and actors. What do you like about meeting your fans out here?
You know, it's interesting, like you know, as an actor, you're dealing with studio, I love the industry, so I absolutely love it. But it's nice to get in touch with people that are actually watching your movie and enjoy it. And you start getting back to why you originally went into acting. Like it feels like, and I gotta say, I get into much deeper conversations with my fans than I will with anybody. Like we get into very involved conversations about the Ninja Turtles world, and that's fun for me because no one else will talk to me about that stuff.
Talk about a little bit about your experience as Shredder.
Well, it was pretty amazing. At the time, it was kind of surreal, so I was really more an actor just showing up for a gig and just staying focused. And fortunately, later on, now I'm sort of being able to enjoy it a little more. So, and it's to me, as I was saying, the movie was fantastic. I mean, to me, it just felt like they gave me a lot of range. Like I was kind of brought in partially, I think, to make the Shredder very Japanese in many ways, and they just gave me full range. Said, do what you need. They allowed me to hire my own dialect coach, and they said, yeah, can I bring her in? Because yeah, of course, just put her on the payroll.
What do you like about coming to WonderCon?
I just think the vibe here is excellent. And now, I get to know all my neighbors now, so it's kind of, to me, in many ways, a convention in the traditional sense. It's like a coming together of, the community, and also the fans are amazing here. So I don't know. I look forward to it every year. So I think it's a fantastic venue.
Talk about what you like about events like here, like WonderCon.
Well, I love coming to Comic-Con to get to meet the fans, hear about all their stories, like when they were little kids and came running home from school so they could watch Power Rangers, and how their parents would probably yell at them for fighting with their brothers and sisters and doing karate kicks in the living room.
Talk about your experience. What was it like, from the actor point of view?
It was a very deep acting role. I had to pretend to be a robot. I had to dig deep. Just kidding. Just lots of robotic movement and a very uncomfortable costume. It was hot, it was heavy, I ended up with back trouble, but that's another story. It was fun though, it was a good show.
I love meeting fans. Before Comic-Cons started, as an actor, unless you were doing a play, you never really engage with the audience. You never got to see what they feel. So coming here, meeting people, I've been blessed to go all over the world and meet people at different Comic-Cons and hear their stories, why they watch a show, what it meant to them. It's really cool. And then all the different collectors and everybody's dressed up. It's kind of like Halloween.
I'm Casey Robin. I do art for Disney Publishing. I'm working on fairies and Disney Princess right now. I particularly like fairies. I even made my own drawing challenge, March of the Fairies. So in March we draw fairies. And yeah, I've just always drawn fantastical things. I love nature, so I like to draw from the point of view of someone who would appreciate nature very much, being very tiny. I am a Christian and I was born into a church family where everything was Christian. So I definitely was the water I swam in and the lens that I learned to look through. So I do tend to see Christian parallels in things. I grew up on Narnia, was my first fantasy world. It left a huge mark on me. But what I love to see is I love to see media that paints a picture of a more beautiful world, of a better world, of a world where people can live in harmony. And sometimes people think that's hokey, but for me it gives me a lot of hope. And I really like media that shows me reasons to hope and characters who are struggling with hope or hopelessness and who find redemption, who find community, who find love.
When we look at, God is creative and God is expressive, and I think there is that innate desire within us to express ourselves creatively through song, through dance, through the visual arts. And I think it's important that the church embrace that aspect of our creation, of us being created in the image of God and our desire to create. And the church should at least be at the forefront of creative expression, in music and dance and the visual arts and film, all of that, because we have let's just say we have something that we can offer. We have the Alpha Omega Con, which is going to be September 19th at Life Pacific College in San Dimas, California. So that's our big once a year Christian-themed, family-friendly comic book convention.
I started with pencil and paper, pen and ink, basically old school. I was very fortunate in 1992. The old Hollywood system was still up and running. The Hollywood bosses were still running things. And so I was very fortunate that I was able to start during that era. Obviously, Hollywood has changed dramatically, as it always does. It's a reflection of the culture and the business climate. But I transitioned, I was there to transition to digital artwork. Started with a big machine, a Cintiq, which is a massive piece of equipment and very heavy, difficult to travel with, but I always dreamed one day I would be able to carry all my studio in a handbag, a shoulder bag, and eventually, as technology improved, we were able to make things shrink and get lighter, and now I do pretty much all my work on an iPad.
Hello everyone, I'm SG Blaze. This is my booth at WonderCon 2026 called the Seven Galaxies Chronicle. It consists of the Leslemanian Saga, the Mythical Hunters comic book series, and the upcoming Hollow Healer animated short movie. This is one of my favorite pages that shows her history while she's giving answers that not quite telling the story. And I love that the reader get to see what truly happened and in a humorous way. I love how these pages tell the story with the illustrations and the dialogue on two tracks that everyone get to immerse themselves in these beautiful illustrations and fast-paced story. And of course we have a monster. Will they defeat it? Check out the comic book. I love being here because this is my chance to connect with my readers, my fans. They always bring friends and family back. They tell me what they love about the books, the stories, what inspires them, and that gives me that wind in my sail. So when I go home, I get to work on the next book knowing that they're ready and waiting for it.
Hi, it's Stephanie Romanoff, who was Lila on Angel. My experience on Angel, and I had a wonderful experience. The first couple of years, I was just kind of playing a badass lawyer, and I am a little bit badass. When the relationship with Wesley came in, which was totally unexpected, and I didn't even see it coming, which was really nice. And also for me to discover that about her, because honestly, when it first started, I didn't know that I, as Lila, was going to fall in love with Wesley, and Lila totally did.
What do you like about coming to WonderCon?
I'm so excited to meet my fans, and I love meeting other people's fans, and I love that they commit to costumes and they do all of that. I just think it's fun, and I love it.
WonderCon for some is a place of exploration, others a place to connect, to learn, or simply a place to build your community. Here are some takeaways from today's show. First of all, cosplay is more than dressing up. All careers take hard work and evolve over time. And lastly, believe it or not, comic conventions still sell actual comic books.